Welcome to Autism in Black Live. We are rooted in advocacy, not fear, rooted in truth, not stigma. Here, we center Black autistic voices, uplift Black families, and build spaces that are affirming, unapologetic, and full of joy. Whether you are a parent, professional, or autistic adult, this is your space. Together, we break down barriers and build up community. So grab your seat at the table. We're just getting started. Hi, everyone. I am Maria Davis-Pierre. I am the CEO and founder of Autism in Black, here with my man.
What's going on, AIB? You're truly Dr. Barry Pierre, the co-founder of Autism Black. Welcome to another beautiful day in the Vision to Venue series.
Exactly. So we are back with our Vision to Venue series. This is where we do a behind-the-scenes look at what it takes to take our vision for the 6th Annual Autism in Black Conference and bring it to the venue of the conference in Palm Beach County. So the conference is happening when? April 17th through the 19th. You guys should know this automatically by now. April 17th through the 19th. Join us in West Palm Beach, Florida, or virtually from anywhere that you want to be. So before we get into today's show, you know what we do. We throw it to Dr. Barry to talk about our YouTube goal.
Yes. So again, remember, we have set out on this quest to get 1,000 YouTube subscribers by the end of the Vision to Venue series, which again ends at the date of the conference. And you guys have been absolutely phenomenal. You keep hitting that like button, keep hitting the notification button, keep sharing. Much appreciated. We are chugging along. Mm-hmm. We are chugging along, getting those numbers up. So much appreciated to all the YouTube audience out there, those who are on other socials who go to the YouTube just to hit the subscribe button and then watch us on the other platforms. We appreciate y'all.
Exactly. So after today's show, if you haven't, go to the YouTube channel and subscribe. So let's get into today's show. We are actually live again. So yesterday when I told y'all we was going to be pre-recorded, apparently I lied. So here we are live again today. It's been a hectic week in the Pierre household. So we are actually live. So you can drop in the comments where you're tuning in from, and if you have any questions, and we will answer them live while we are here. So for our Vision to Venue series, if this is your first time watching us, we have a set schedule. So every day of the week we cover something, and each week we have a theme. So this week's theme is our AV production and what it takes to bring them in. So we will be highlighting and naming our actual company today, because Wednesdays we do spotlights. So today we're going to tell you about our AV company, tell you how we got them, tell you the process we went through to get AV, and all of that. If you see me looking over here, I'm looking at Instagram, trying to keep up with the comments over there. So should I throw it to you, or you want me to go ahead and start with the naming of our company?
So we can name them, and then we can kind of get into the to and fro process of getting to the point where we need an AV.
Yes. So our Black owned AV company, something what I really enjoy before I even get into that about Autism in Black and our conference is that everybody that we utilized and used as a vendor, which when you get services like AV and things like that, it's technically called a vendor, we're all Black owned, outside of the host hotel and the Palm Beach Convention Center, but everyone we brought in was all Black faces. So I love to see it. So our AV company is called Event Audio Visual Services, and it's owned by James Daniel. So yeah, that is our company, Black owned male, who is, oh, sorry, I'm reading comments. our AV company owner. You see, I am autistic and have ADHD, so it's very easy for me to get distracted, y'all. But I'm gonna throw it to Dr. Barry while I read the comments.
Yeah, so we kind of mentioned it a little bit yesterday how one, right, we first we had to get a conference organized, and we actually already highlighted and shouted out Rhonda. And when she let us know, it's like, hey, if you're doing this event, right, you got to have like your audiovisual team, right? And we were like, whoa, like we didn't even know, right? We didn't I was clueless. I knew we wanted to do an in-person conference. I didn't know all it took, but I said, hey, you know what? I got no problem learning across the way. I think that's one highlight of Autism Black is that we will learn while we're doing. So she got in touch. I remember when we had the proposal sent out and these numbers that came back, I was like, whoa. I was like, oh, we might not even have a conference if like these are some of the numbers that they're quoting me just to do audio visual. But we lucked out and we were able to find this organization, this company, who we didn't know at the time
had the proposal sent out and these numbers that.
Oh, that's no problem. We didn't know at the time. We actually love their work, right? So we go to, Maria, especially Maria, she goes to a lot of business-related conferences. I go to a lot of business-related conferences. And one of the ones we went to, we were enamored by just like the appearance of the conference and how they did their thing. But lo and behold, as fast forward again, we didn't know at the time. Fast forward, now now they're our AV team as well, right? And I think that's what it was like. Oh, okay, now we got an AV team. And what I appreciate about James is him and his team not only were able to walk us through the process because they knew we were fresh, right? They knew we were like little freshmen on the event scene, right? Like, oh, they ain't never done this before, but was able to educate us, get us right, and more importantly, have an amazing product at the end. Like, in fact, before I can get home at the end of the conference, I had already had all of our data ready to go. Right, like they're like, there, here you go. I was like, what's it? Like, oh no, this is the conference. Like, it's in your hand. Which I was just, I'm used to, I'll see in about a week or two, and 2 sends to 4. Nah, before we left the building that last day of the conference, your conference was in your hand, ready to go and prosper. So absolutely phenomenal.
I mean, and the definition was so clear on all of that. Mind you, reminder, yes, last year was the first time we did it in person, so we were used to the Zoom quality, and when we got those we were like, oh my, this is so clear. I mean, the definition on it, and I believe we actually utilized their recordings in the hub instead of ours, so the cuts in the actual hub is in the lifetime access hub for those is a different definition than what quality of what we usually do. So shout out to James and team because they
and remember, for those who attend the conference, get that virtual ticket or in-person ticket, you get lifetime access to the conference. So you always have opportunity to go back and watch your favorite lecture, your favorite speaker, or just get back into that topic that you like. All right, I need to know a little bit more, and you get lifetime access on us included with your ticket.
Exactly. Lifetime access. And I know this is not Q&A day, but I did want to answer one of the questions because we did have somebody ask about attending attending in person and only being able to stay the first day and a half, and all in-person people who get in-person tickets, you also get access to the stream. So if you were to miss something or you have something come up, you can always tune into the stream as well. That is included for you.
Yeah, because we've been to some conferences that they don't, like, if you're in person, you just get the in person. Like you don't even get it. So yeah, we try to take care of our audience members.
We do. We try to have accommodations because we know that things come up. You may be tired, right? And you may want to still listen, but from the comfort of your hotel room. That is an option for you. So we try to be accommodating.
Or the beach. Because it is South Florida. Again, I'm not saying that
less than 10 minutes
we had conference goers go to the beach. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that the opportunity is there to go to the beach and still partake in a conference, right? That
It
again,
is. It is. I think our host hotel is
obviously we
less
want you to come in the building, though. Come in the building.
yes, less than 10 minutes away, and the host hotel has a trolley that will take you to the beach. So the option is there for you. I won't be there. I'll be, hosting the conference, but you could definitely be there and be watching. So did we shout out to all of y'all that's on IG watching us. Again, drop in the chat where you're tuning in from. So we can shout you out any questions you may have. While I was doing some tech issues, I was not paying attention to your whole story. You talked about how Rhonda got them and the process and things of that nature.
A little bit.
Did you talk about how when we did the initial call for ABs that we got some wild?
I told him, I said, I don't even know if we're going to do a conference, because if they're quoting these numbers just for the audio visual aspect of a conference.
Six-figure number, y'all. It was a 6-figure number for AB. What one company quoted us, and that was a real eye opener. We were like, yeah. Out of control.
We're about to say back to virtual, y'all. Back to virtual.
I have to say what we told y'all was not. We lied. We're not gonna be able to do this. But shout out to James and company, because they are really accommodating. They're willing to work with us. We see them at other events. We talk to them at other events, and they see the vision for what we're doing. And I think that also makes a difference, is when the people who are coming in and helping you with your vision, when they see where you're trying to go, and they are a part of that vision and a part of making it happen. So we always want to give thanks and shout out to them, because they truly make a difference. I was not expecting the level of I won't say professional. I was not expecting all the tech that they actually brought in with them at all. They set up their own little like tech section in the back where they're looking at all the mics and the different cameras. They have different cameras.
We was at an awards or something. I was like, oh man, this is.
It is a different thing. They bring in their own light. I mean, it is a full actual production that they bring in. And me thinking like, all this for a little Autism in Black conference. And I had to switch my mind frame. Like, yes, all of this for the Autism in Black conference, because who else would be deserving of something like that? So
I think you kind of touched on it. I think that's probably the most important takeaway, right? With James and his company, is he helped reestablish what our baseline was of what we were doing, right? Before, when we were doing it in the virtual perspective, we knew it was important. We knew it was a big deal because obviously the AIB community would show up and show out for us, but we didn't know how big of a deal it was. And then when you go and you have a stage, and now there's lighting, and now there's a production, now there's, speakers got to get, mic'd up, and the audio visual boards over here and the DJs over there, all of these things are happening. You're just like, oh, okay. Like, nah, this is kind of a big deal, which is why we stress the level of importance, especially for those to come to the conference, but more importantly, those who follow us throughout the year, whether you've attended a summit, whether you've attended a webinar, we let you know, like, hey, like if you think these things are good, imagine what we're going to do come conference time, right? So that's why we really drive home the fact that, like, sometimes you just got to be in that building to see what's going down.
Exactly. And I think one thing that, if you're not aware of, like, the AV really does curate the vibe within the room. So they knew the vibe that we were kind of trying to create for our Autism in Black community. And they just took that and really exceeded our expectations. It's really important to have an AV company that understands your vision and understands what you are curating within the room. So they were able to take what we wanted, see our vision, and bring it to life. Even like going in with day one, we were Barry was like, because y'all know Barry is a tech person. He was like, something, the lighting is a little dark, you know, because me and him are different shades. He was like, it's washing me out. They can't see me. Next day, fixed, right? So to be able to in real time also edit and do what they need to do so that it doesn't mess up the stream for individuals, the pictures that we're trying to get for marketing that we're going to utilize. So it's so important if you are doing events to understand the importance of an AV production company in your event.
I agree, and yeah, I love that. I love that, especially. And then we knew there was levels because again, like I said, we go to other conferences, and I'm like, hold on, like, what's that? They're like, yeah, this is something a little different. This is something a little different.
We went to a TSP, a Traffic Sales and Profit, with Lamar Tire. James does their AV as well. So we had our conference in April. Then in June, we went to TSP and we saw some things. We were like, oh, we definitely want those things added into this year's conference, right? We were like, yes, it was an LED screen. So instead of a set, we would have the actual, instead of like a background on the actual set, we would have an LED screen that would be an added screen. There was like a display going across the stage, like a digital display banner. And we were like, yeah, we want the Barry's like, I want that. You know, he's very techie. And then we got the quotes for those items. And we was like, yeah, we not there yet.
We're not there yet.
We not there yet.
Hey,
but
Paula.
then we saw James at another TSP event in January, and we were telling him, and he was like, well, let's figure something out for next year. So the fact that he is willing to work with us and work within our budget also says a lot, because, you know, that kind of relationship that you have as a business owner with those who are, you know, getting your services is important. So that also just showed me the quality and level of his care. And I'm like, yeah, let's see what we can work with within our budget. It's not happening April 17th to the 29th, right. But 2027, we might have a different budget for y'all. Right. What else?
Yeah, these advertisers act right. Yeah, well definitely. The sponsors want to come through.
Sponsors, you know, we talked about, was that last week? We talked about sponsors.
A couple.
Yeah, I think it was 2 weeks ago. We talked about sponsors and how being a Black-led, standing on business Black organization has, you know, kind of dipped those sponsors. But if y'all are out there, you can go to support@autismandblack.org, email them, and we will get you squared away for sponsorship. We have one amazing sponsor that has been with us since year one, Pierre Medical, which obviously is Dr. Barry's and mine business. So that is one of our top sponsors. And then we have some other ones that we will announce soon. We have been announcing our vendors, our exhibitors that are coming in and bringing there. So if you've been following our page, you see every day we've been announcing those individuals. So we are rocking and rolling to conference. We are almost 30 days out. Next week will be 30 days out from conference, y'all. Like it's right there. Yeah. Getting a little nervous saying it. Realizing the stuff that we got to do and wrap up in the next 40 days is going to be wild, very wild. What else, Dr. Barry, before we wrap up on this?
I think that's a nice little shout out to the AV team. Speaking of AV, just more of a marketing standpoint, we got our flyers in now, right?
Put it closer so that people can see.
Let's see, hold on. And your boy has finally made a flyer because I didn't make the flyer last time. Last time it was just a solo with Maria. Right, Maria was just on there. If you are on our email list and we actually have your address, you might be getting one of these. So be on the lookout in your mail. Be on the lookout in your mail for one of these if you're on our mailing list and we happen to have your address. We don't have everyone's address. We just have some people who've been to conferences before and whatnot. But
that's a good point that you bring up, and I think we'll talk about that on tomorrow's marketing episode, is how we change the marketing from solo me to both of us. So that'd be good to talk about tomorrow, because Dr. Barry made sure everything, he was on everything this year. So
front and center.
We changing the banners and everything. I'm like, okay, you doing a little too much. So if y'all are in person, y'all are going to see more of Dr. Barry on the marketing stuff, because he has ensured that his face is on there as it should be, as co-founder of Autism in Black. And we need him and his vision around here. So anything else before we wrap up and get to parent duties today?
No, we're parent duties again. Just shout out to Paula. We see you, we love it. Paula always checking in. Appreciate Paula from Facebook. Shout out to the Facebook gang. Gang, y'all in here.
Yes. Oh, I can't even see no comments. Do you have comments on your side?
Mm-hmm.
I just have one. Oh, okay. Because I'm like, I can't see the comments on my side. All right. I don't know if we're going to be actually live or it's going to be a pre-record tomorrow. Dr. Barry keeps me on my toes with that. So tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern to see if we're live or pre-recorded.
Remember, if you're checking in now, type in that word conference. Get that link set right to you, or you hit that link that's scrolling across, because we want to see you April 17th to 19th, in person, virtual. We just want to see you in the building. If you're on our email list, be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. You might get a nice little flyer saying, "Hey, don't forget about the conference, y'all. We want to see y'all there."
Exactly. So join us tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. And until then, enjoy your Wednesday evening.
All right.